What's up, guys? Caterpie TCG here, doing deck profile of Azul Garcia Greigo's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Second place, Golisopod Garbodor deck. It's not really like the old Golisopod Garbodor decks. It's very different. And it got second place. So yeah. First, for Wimpod, you want to use the Wimp Out ability. It is by far the best Wimpod. I think there's only two. And the only reason you'd want to use the other one is if you're seeing people play Chimecho. That is like the only reason that you want to play the other one. 3 Golisopod GX mostly for the first impression attack. Being able to do 120 just for 1 energy is very powerful. And then for a Colorless, it does 100 and reduces damage done to it by 20. And then, same energy cost, 150, and you have to switch it. And then a 3-2 Garbodor line. I believe Azul play the other Trubbish, but he doesn't play a way to attack with it. And whenever I don't have a way to attack with my basic thing, I prefer to play the one with the worst attacks, as long as the weakness and retreat and HP are the same or better. Because if they play something like Mewtwo EX, which is coming back because of Buzzwole, and they play something like Rainbow Energies, they can use, whatever, the other Trubbish's attack is. And that can be useful sometimes. Stomp Off, not so much. So that's why I've selected this Trubbish. Like I said, it doesn't really matter, but occasionally it does. And I have lost a game to a deck with Mew in it. Not with this Golisopod deck, but with a different Garbodor deck. Because I was playing the good Trubbish, and they killed my... or they got rid of my only energy on my Xerneas. And I didn't have a way to get any more energies. And so they decked me out. Which I guess could have happened with Stomp Off. Okay, whatever. Moral is, that's the right Trubbish for this deck. 3 Tapu Lele GX. Oh, also, I apologize for talking about Trubbish for like 3 minutes straight. A minute straight, whatever. Feels like 3 minutes. 3 Tapu Lele GX, just to get out your supporters and increase your consistency. For this deck, 3 I think is fine. 1 Koko for Flying Flip, and 1 Mewtwo. I'm skeptical of Mewtwo. I feel like Mew EX is better against Buzzwole. I don't know if this is also meant to go against, like, Gardevoir. But I just feel like Mew EX is a lot better than Mewtwo at this point. So, yeah. 4 Sycamore, 4 N, pretty good. 4 Guzma, like I said, this is mostly a normal deck. 2 Acerola to pick up your Golisopods, heal them, and also to switch out your Golisopods, I guess. 1 Brigette, just to occasionally, usually you can get it, especially because you play Lele, but to get out Trubbish and Wimpod. And the other 2, Koko and Mewtwo, sometimes. The only downside about Mew EX is that it is an EX, so it can't be searchable with Brigette. That's it. 4 Ultra Ball to get your Pokemon out faster. 4 Enhanced Hammer. This is actually a really smart choice, I feel like. Just being able to discard special energy that is so popular in the format right now is really good. 4 Floatstone to retreat. Especially between Golisopods is useful sometimes. 3 Choice Band, just for further damage output. And then 2 Heavy Ball. I don't know what all it can search out. Garbodor and Golisopod. Okay. So, and Wimpod, I believe, right? Yep, Wimpod. Alright. So, Heavy Ball can search out Wimpod and Golisopod and Garbodor. I don't know whether or not you can search out Wimpod on the first turn. I don't know if Wimpod's ability is active while it's in the deck or not on your first turn. So you might not be able to Heavy Ball for Wimpod on the first turn. I'm not sure, and that's a weird interaction. One Rescue Stretcher to get your Pokemon back faster, more often, whatever. 4 DCE and then 6 Grass. Seems to be a decent energy count. I would normally instinctively go with 3 Grass. And then I'd probably cut a Floatstone for 4 puzzles at a time. That would be my, and then cut the Mewtwo for the Mew. And then that would pretty much be my list. Yeah, this is Azul's list except for the Trubbish. It doesn't matter really even enough that I've talked about it, but I feel like I should explain why I did that. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe to Caterpie TCG for more deck profiles like this one. And I believe this is truly my last deck from Memphis. Probably wrong, but I'm gonna say right now that I think it might be the last deck from Memphis. And who knows? Anyway, peace out.